Namaste and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I am Anand Narasimhan. But did China take the right stand vis-a-vis India when India was raising its objections to the Belt and Road Initiative? We start with news just coming through. Our investigations editor Manoj Gupta saying Delhi refuses to believe that curiously when India's first secretary was about to speak, and this is the exclusive that we start with, that at the second UN Sustainable Transport Corporation, when the first secretary at the UN, Priyanka Sahone, was about to speak and raise New Delhi's objections, the mic curiously went silent. Deliberate ploy or a technical glitch, because sources very close to within the Indian establishment refuse to believe that this was actually a technical glitch. They have raised serious objections and they have said that perhaps this was done deliberately. Why is it that only when India was about to start raising objections against the BRI that this was done? China was the host to this event, let us not forget. And she was speaking at the second UN Sustainable Transport Conference. Now here's the sequence of events that happened. Now just as she started speaking, the mic went mute and the next speaker's video started playing. It caused quite a flutter. It took a lot of time. And when the next video started playing, then there was an interruption. And the Under-Secretary General Liu Zhenmin, the former Vice Foreign Minister of China, urged Priyanka Sahone, the second secretary of the Indian Embassy in Beijing, to continue her speech. And then the mic system was restored at the conference hall. So Priyanka Sahone continued to speak despite the mic being muted. Then the mic was restored after several minutes, and then she started speaking. And this is what he said. He said, "Dear participants, we are sorry, we are confronting some technical problems," and played the video of the next speaker. "I am sorry for that," is what he said. And then he asked Priyanka Sahone to resume her speech, and then this is what he said: "You are lucky, you are back, and welcome back." But this is what Priyanka Sahone came out and said. She said that there have been references, this is part of her speech, and this is how India raised its objection, that there has been references made to the BRI at this conference. And here I wish to say that as far as China's BRI is concerned, we are uniquely affected by China's BRI. Its inclusion of the so-called China-Pakistan Economic Corridor impinges on India's sovereignty. This is what she said as part of her speech. She also went on to turn around and say that no country can support an initiative that ignores the core concerns on sovereignty and territorial integrity, as she voiced India's objections. She has also said, this aside, there are also larger issues regarding how connectivity initiatives should be pursued. We are of the firm belief that connectivity initiatives must be based on universally recognized international norms. So strong words coming in from the second secretary. Priyanka Sahone, despite her mic being muted, continuing to speak, and then after the mic was restored, she spoke. But here's what happened. What India said there was an interruption. The Chinese Transport Minister Li Xiaopeng, who is present at the conference, responded to Priyanka Sahone. And this interruption or this response, many within the diplomatic circles believe that this is actually a transgression. This is a violation of protocol. Diplomatic sources saying the Chinese minister's response at the conference to the Indian diplomat may constitute a breach of UN protocol. China hosts the event, China mutes India's mic, and China violates UN protocol with its transport minister responding to India's objections. So this is the development, the latest one, and we're bringing this to you right up first here this evening on The Right Stand. Did China really take the right stand? Well, India did, as far as the BRI and CPEC is concerned. You can't transgress, violate a nation's sovereignty, violate international norms, and then claim legitimacy for a project. Let's move on here, ladies and gentlemen. That's the latest that we've got. But today, there is another landmark that we are queuing up. And that is something you and me, all of us here in India, need to be proud of. Today, we are on the 20th of October. Cue back to sometime around the 20th of March. Did we believe that we will be nearing vaccinating 100 crore people? The task was immense. Can they do it by the 31st of December 2021? Forget 31st of December 2021. It will take at least 2 years, 3 years to vaccinate those who are eligible. Who's going to make these jabs? How are you going to conduct a vaccination program like that? Will we be able to do it? So many people ask these questions. But have a look at this number. Have a look at this number. At 5 p.m. this evening, we had to vaccinate about 48 lakh more people to get to that 100 crore mark. As we speak, that number has come down to 37.22 and the countdown is only bringing it further down. So by the time I finish speaking to you, ladies and gentlemen, or change the page and come back, it will be 37 lakh 20,000, not 21,000 as the number. There you go, it's come down to 20,000 already. That's the pace with which we are vaccinating even now, this evening, so that tomorrow morning, or let's say on the 21st of October, we would have crossed that magical number and we would have reached this number of 100 crore vaccinations. That is what that we need to be very, very proud of. I'm just going to refresh this page because this number has gone up. Like I said, 99.5698 already, and this number will only go up to about 99.57. But let's keep this countdown clock ticking, and we'll continue to revisit this through the course. And I'll ask our team back here in the production control room to keep cutting to this number as and when we get to landmarks. We're soon going to get to less than 36 lakh very, very soon. But this is a moment you and me need to be very, very proud of. There is a group which in common parlance many would call the doubters. I believe this is the Hobena gang. That means in Bengali there was this whole thing about Hobena. We will not do it. This was during the time of the left. For everything, the reaction would be hoga nahi ho sakta, nahi kar sakte, kaise karenge, Hobena. So this Hobena gang, let's call them out and see who said what at that point in time. The doubters. Let's start. 2nd of Jan. Indigenous Covaxin was approved. Premature approval could be dangerous, said Dr. Shashi Tharoor. 2nd of Jan, dry run in Uttar Pradesh. Can't trust a vaccine given by the BJP. BJP ki vaccine hai, main nahi lagaunga. He had to eat his words, and he's going back to the same very people today. Uttar Pradesh tops the number of vaccination out of its 20 crore population. It's inching up to about 14-15 crore vaccinations. Akhilesh Yadav. 16th of January, world's largest inoculation drive launched. Puzzling that India has no policy framework, Mr. Manish Tiwari. 1st of March, Prime Minister takes the jab at AIIMS. Vaccination is a political stunt before elections. Vaccine lagaya bhi ki nahi lagaya? There are so many people asked. Sirf sui ghusaya, usme vaccine thi. Many people from the Congress party only asked this. This was Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. Then 7th of June, centralized vaccine drive announced. Free jab for all. Much delayed step. Should have been taken earlier. Manish Sisodia of the Aam Aadmi Party. This is, you please remember the date, 7th of June. This is the same group which turned around and said, हमें vaccine खरीदने दो, हम vaccine खरीदेंगे. 27th, 1 crore plus vaccines in a day. China has achieved the record, given 200 million doses, said CPM. That's the Jai China gang. 17th September, 2 crore in a day, jab mark crossed. This pace is what India needs. Rahul Gandhi of the Congress party finally turning around. Well, India could do it. But had you shown the belief, had you not fueled the hesitancy wave, had you continued to work together, joined hands rather than try and create impediments, so much more could have been done. For all those who said it is impossible, not just in India, even across the world. There are nations which are not even willing to believe our certification portal. Have a look at that number. Less than 36 lakh, like I told you. And still counting down, ladies and gentlemen. The impossible made possible in Naya Bharat. India had 100 crore vaccines. Dr. S.C.L. Gupta, Medical Director of the Dr. Batra Hospital is with us. Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, Chairman, Nephron Clinic is with us. Ashutosh Garg, author and founder, Guardian Pharmacy, and he's also played a role with the Gavi Vaccine Alliance in the past with us. Namaste, gentlemen. And Pratibha Bhadoria, Asha worker from Kudana village, Block Sawar, should also join us. There's a reason why we wanted to speak to an Asha worker today, because they have done the work, the toughest job on ground. Not taking away from the doctors, not taking away from those who've made the supply chain possible, the logistics possible. But these were the people on ground who were faced with the resistance and who were turned away, shooed away. And even during the peak of the second wave, putting their lives, their families' life at peril, they went about trying to spread vaccine awareness. So we'd like to speak to them too. But gentlemen, namaste. Dr. S.C.L. Gupta, what a proud moment for all of us, for everybody. Yes. And to all those who said कि नहीं हो पाएगा, कैसे करेंगे, क्यों लगाए टीका, सबने लगाया टीका.
जिन्होंने सबसे ज्यादा बोला उन्होंने लगवाया टीका.
But what is your feeling? What do you think? Share with us your thoughts. Where we started and where we are today, sir.
आज ये बहुत ही गर्व का विषय है और सही मामले में ये भारत देश की जीत है. एक ऐसा देश जिसकी 140 करोड़ की पॉपुलेशन हो, जो हर क्षेत्र पे युद्ध कर रहा हो, जिसने अपनी वैक्सीन बनाई हो और अपनी वैक्सीन बनाकर अपने देशवासियों के 100 करोड़ लोगों को वैक्सीनेट किया हो मात्र 9 महीने में. ये वैक्सीनेशन 16 जनवरी को शुरू हुआ था
जी.
और 16 जनवरी से फेज्ड मैनर में देखिए, सबसे पहले उन्होंने हेल्थ वर्कर्स को दिया. हमने हेल्थ वर्कर्स जो 1 करोड़ हेल्थ वर्कर्स थे, सबसे पहले हमने उनको वैक्सीनेट किया अपनी इंडिजिनस वैक्सीन. हमने सेकेंड फेज में 1 मार्च को शुरू किया और 1 मार्च को हमने 60 इयर्स के एबव और 45 इयर्स के एबव जो कोमॉर्बिडिटी के साथ लोग हैं देश के, हमने उनको वैक्सीन दिया. और ये वक्त था जो सबसे ज्यादा टेढ़ा वक्त था, जो आप अभी कह रहे थे कि कहीं पर भी जाइए तो मैं बीजेपी की वैक्सीन कैसे लगा लूं, ये वैक्सीन दे रहे हैं, ये सुई लगा रहे हैं, पानी लगा रहे हैं, कुछ नहीं होने वाला. और देखिए सेकेंड वेव भी आ गई. मतलब दुनिया भर की इनकी कोशिशों के बावजूद मोदी सरकार की ये जीत एक बहुत बड़ा उपहार मोदी जी ने देश को दिया है. और कोरोना जैसी बीमारी, इसलिए आज पूरा हिंदुस्तान हारने की कगार पे था, आज पासा पलट गया और आज 100 करोड़ लोगों को ये वैक्सीन दी जा चुकी है. और जो हम तीसरा वेव चिल्ला रहे थे, आज उसकी आशा निग्लिजिबल सी लगती है. और वो दिन दूर नहीं सर. अभी आप देखिए, जो हमारी स्पेशल कमेटी है, इमरजेंसी यूज ऑथराइजेशन कमेटी ने हमारी 2 वैक्सीन
जी,
जाइको डी एंड कोवैक्सीन, जो कोवैक्सीन 2 से 18 साल, जो बची हुई जो पॉपुलेशन आप देखें, जो बची हुई पॉपुलेशन 18 साल के नीचे लोगों को, उसमें डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन ने आईना दिखा रखा है पोलियो वैक्सीन एक बच्चे को डाल के. तो जो 12-13 साल तक के बच्चे हैं उनकी पोलियो वैक्सीन का तो एक बहुत बड़ा उदाहरण डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन ने इस देश को दिखाया है. और जो बचे हुए लोगों को है, वो दिन दूर नहीं, जैसा हमें कहा गया है कि 31 दिसंबर तक 2021 के कंप्लीट होते होते 9 वर्ष के आते आते देश की पूरी पॉपुलेशन को हम वैक्सीन कर देंगे. और ये वैक्सीनेशन देने के बाद एक बहुत बड़ी जीत इस राष्ट्र की कोरोना पे होगी और फिर कोरोना भी मात्र एक छोटी सी बीमारी के रूप में रह जाना है.
बिल्कुल, बहुत सही बात कर रहे हैं. अगर हम बड़े बूढ़ों को 100 करोड़ बड़े बूढ़ों को वैक्सीनेट करा सकते हैं तो बच्चों को तो हम पहले ही कराते हैं. दैट इज आवर मेंटालिटी, दैट लेट द किड्स गेट वैक्सीनेटेड, मेरा बाद में लगा लूंगा. आई वांट अ वैक्सीन.
वी हैव गॉट अ सिस्टम सर.
यस, वी हैव गॉट दैट सिस्टम.
हां, टेस्टेड सिस्टम.
Ji, and somebody who's part of that system on ground is joining us. So, Ashutosh ji and Dr. Bagai, with your permission, I'd like to go across to Pratibha Bhadoria ji and have a quick chat with her. Pratibha ji, namaste. कैसी हैं आप? आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? प्रतिभा जी नमस्ते। आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है प्रतिभा जी?
जी सर।
आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? I think we have poor bandwidth. I'm going to request the team to just connect her on the phone. We'll try and speak to her on the phone in just a bit when she's back, because she's joining us from a remote village in Block Savar in Kudana. And these are ASHA workers who we've also regularly spoken across the length and breadth of India through our campaign Sanjeevani. And we're very proud here at Network 18 that when everybody was looking at saying whether or not we should take the jab, we said go ahead and take the jab. And we said tika laga, jab apni bari aaye tika laga. So very proud to be part of a network which thought about this, and we also put it out with our partners Federal Bank. And I'm making this mention because they came and joined us at a time when everybody was hesitant. Nobody wanted to believe in this, and they said let's go ahead and do it because we need to help instill belief. So 500 villages across 5 districts, 5 states in our country, we've tried to do our bit, and there are so many others who've done their bit. Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, there were so many people who had some reason or the other trying to say, why should I get the vaccine? How will we get the vaccine? Where is the vaccine? Kahan hai? Shortage, everything. Desh kabhi nahi kar sakta. And then everybody was targeting PM Modi. But it takes a leader, and along with that to also motivate an entire nation. You cannot take credit away from the health workers, the suppliers, the logistics workers, those who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this happen. And it has happened. That means we as a collective can do it, Dr. Bagai.
Good evening, Anand. Good evening, everyone. I think it's an extremely proud moment. It's a miraculous feat which India has achieved. It's extremely commendable. And what are the fastest? I must put on record the fastest, the tallest in terms of numbers, and the safest, precision-driven, scientifically protocoled, followed vaccination drive is showing results. What this has done is this has muted not only the virus, but it has muted the opposition leaders too. So I'm very happy with the vaccine. Just to put on certain facts on record, Anand, in 265 odd days, we have completed close to 100 crores. US have started 30 days earlier than us, and they have only completed 41 crores. Our vaccines match to match. Anand, there are 107 randomized controlled trials, not on vaccine efficacy, but now vaccine effectiveness. That means protection in the real world. Both vaccines have matched them dot to dot. Our breakthrough infection rate is 0.2%. Our mild reaction rate is only 0.005%. We know that these vaccines have saved more than 1 million lives. The myths, there is no animal protein, we all know that. It causes no infertility. It has been proven. In fact, it increases the sperm count. So the people in the UP government, in the opposition, in the UP opposition who were doubting the fertility aspects, should now go ahead and get the vaccine because the performance actually may be enhanced now. There is no live virus, there is no organ damage. The vaccine hesitancy and all the hurdles are now in the past. The benefits of the vaccine, Anand, it decreases the infection 8-folds, that means 800%. It decreases hospitalization and death 25-folds. It decreases your risk of getting serious critical infections landing up in death. Both the vaccines in the real world, in the Indian scenario, have shown an overall protection of more than 90%. There are no significant side effects to put on record. We have a chance of getting COVID 1 in 500 unvaccinated. More than 97% worldwide admission in ICUs are those unvaccinated. My message is very simple. The Indians have proven to be the first country to decode the protein genome of SARS-CoV-2. We are one amongst the 5 countries in the world to have vaccines produced in India. We are pioneers in vaccines. We've shown to be champions, and full compliments to Mr. Modi. Irrespective of what the opposition say, we have delivered the goods. When the times get tough, the tough get going. We have shown the resilience, the versatility of the Indian healthcare system, the doctors, the back office staff, the ASHA workers, the sanitary workers, and full compliments to the media, the entire teams across all channels who have relentlessly pursued to spread good, scientific, data-driven message. Thank you, Anand, for all the cooperation which you have shown in the last close to 2 years.
No, I have to thank you, and I have to thank the medical fraternity for what they have done, and they have done it in times of adversity when things were wrong, the going was tough. On the one hand, one was battling COVID and rising spurt in the second wave. On the other hand, you're trying to tell people go ahead and take the vaccine, but people realize कि टीका लगाने से जब COVID mild होता है, acute नहीं होता है, तो जाओ टीका लगवा लो. So that also happened. Pratibha ji is with us on the phone line. So Ashutosh ji, I'll come to you after we speak to Pratibha ji. Pratibha ji, namaste.
नमस्ते सर.
नमस्ते. देश में 100 करोड़ टीके लग जाएंगे कल सुबह तक. कैसा आपको लग रहा है?
सर अच्छा लग रहा है.
आपने बहुत मेहनत की है. आज आपको लग रहा है कि वो मेहनत का फल मिल रहा है देश भर में? आप जैसे बहुत सारे आशा वर्कर ने बहुत मेहनत की है.
जी सर, सफलता मिली है उस चीज में मेहनत करी है तो.
जरा हमारे दर्शकों को बताएंगे कितना मुश्किल था शुरू में लोगों से कहना कि जाओ टीका लगवा लो.
सर बहुत मुश्किलें आई, बहुत मतलब उनको समझाना पड़ा. आगे रह के ले जाने के बावजूद भी रिक्शा वाला काम था, फिर उनके बावजूद भी उन्होंने वैक्सीन लगाई विश्वास करके.
आपके घर में
तो सब आगे रह के लगवाते हैं, कोई मतलब परेशानी वाली नहीं है, और सेकेंड डोज के लिए आगे रह के पूछते हैं.
आपके घर में कई लोग थे जो कि कहते थे कि बाहर क्यों जा रहे हो, टीका तुम क्यों लगवा रही हो, मत लगवाओ, या आपने सबसे पहले ही जाके टीका लगवाया?
हाँ बोलते थे ना, घर वाले भी बोलते थे, मना करते थे, पर फिर उनको भी समझाया और मतलब ऐसे ग्रुप वाइज समझाने लगे तो उनको भी थोड़ा समझ आया, और फिर उन्होंने हमको मतलब बोला कि हाँ ठीक है हम भी लगवाते हैं.
किसी ने आपसे पूछा आपने टीका लगाया कि नहीं लगाया, तो आपने क्या कहा?
हाँ बोला ना सर. पहले हमको ही बोला जाता था कि आपने टीका लगाया, आपने लगा लिया, हमको बता रहे, हमको समझा रहे.
तो फिर जब आपने टीका लगाया तब आपको डर था मन में कि आपने बेखौफ होकर जाके टीका लगवा लिया?
नहीं सर, पहले तो शौक से लगवाया, सेकेंड डोज में थोड़ा डर लगा था.
हाँ.
पर कुछ नहीं, ऐसा अच्छे से हो गया.
और सबसे ज्यादा लोग क्या कहते थे, कैसे लोगों को आपने मनाया, जरा बताइए.
कुछ नहीं सर, सलाह दी उनको, और एक दूसरे की मतलब जिन्होंने लगा लिया था पहले से उनके बारे में बताया गया और समझाया गया, तो लगा लिया.
कहीं आपने ऐसा देखा कि जिन्होंने टीका लगवाया उनको कोविड थोड़ा जो है हल्का हुआ, जैसे बुखार होता है, बहुत ज्यादा तीव्र नहीं हुआ?
हाँ नहीं, बुखार तो कंपलसरी सबको आया ना सर.
पर लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा अस्पताल में भर्ती होने की जरूरत, ऑक्सीजन की कमी, जिन्होंने टीका लगाया
नहीं कुछ नहीं हुआ, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, किसी को भी नहीं हुआ सर.
और जैसे ही लोगों ने देखा कि भाई टीका लगाने से बीमारी का असर कम है, तो लोगों ने और लगवाना शुरू किया.
और लगवाना, और आगे रह के लगवाना, मतलब ग्रुप वाइज से आने लगे गाड़ियां भर के, और आगे रह के लगाया. जहाँ पर वैक्सीन के बूथ थे, मतलब गांव में नहीं लगाया, पर दूसरे गांव में जाकर भी लगवाया उन्होंने.
तो जहाँ वैक्सीन के, अच्छा दूसरे गांव में भी जाके लगवाने लग गए. वाह, बहुत अच्छे.
हाँ, इतने जागरूक हो गए थे तो मतलब उन्होंने आगे रह के दूसरे गांव में भी लगाना शुरू किया.
अभी थोड़ा काम बाकी है, दूसरा डोज लगवाना है सबको, और अब बच्चों की वैक्सीन आएगी तो उस पर भी काम करना होगा. आप तैयार हैं?
सर्वे चल रहा है ना सर बच्चों का सर्वे सर स्टार्ट कर दिया.
हाँ, सर्वे स्टार्ट कर दिया है. हाँ, अब जैसे ही ओके हो जाएगा तो टीके मिलने शुरू हो जाएंगे, तो आप उस पर भी सक्रिय हो जाएंगी?
जी सर, बिल्कुल सर.
हाँ, काम करने को तैयार हैं और थोड़ा सा?
जी.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद प्रतिभा जी, बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात कर. ऐसे ही मेहनत करते रहिए, लोगों को जागरूक करते रहिए और मदद करते रहिए देश की. बहुत धन्यवाद.
जी सर, थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू. आशुतोष जी, so heartening to hear that commitment that comes through, no? It's aviral, it's pure commitment that comes through.
Absolutely. It was such a pleasure hearing her speak. I mean, I keep seeing these videos and films about how they're going to some of the most difficult terrain and carrying their bags, the refrigerated or the cooling bags for the vaccines, and going from village to the most difficult areas. But Anand, today is really a red letter day in the history of our country. I mean, first let me start by saying I love your vaccine clock. The way this countdown is happening, it is so real, and it's so amazing that we are beginning to hit a stage where we will soon hit 100 crores or 1 billion. It's a proud day for all of us. I mean, I do want to express my sincerest thanks. I've been associated on your show with so many of your episodes from the time when we were actually deep down in the dumps in May, when it was so difficult that nobody seemed to believe anything that could happen, when we ran out of vaccine stocks. But the government, the prime minister, the workers, and the citizens of this country kept their faith in our government. And they said, let's all put our shoulder to the wheel and keep pushing. There was talks at one stage where we were talking of millions of deaths by September.
Yeah.
The third wave would be worse than the second wave. And today we are saying that it's no longer a pandemic, it's moving to an endemic. But look at the ease of getting the vaccine. Look at the availability of the vaccine. Look at the technology that is being talked about all over the world. Look at our CoWIN app. I mean, I think we should be very, very proud as Indians. And having said all this, I still do want to express one strong caution. We have not yet overcome COVID.
Yeah.
It is still there amongst us. We still have to get many, many more doses for our second dose. We've got to get our under 18 vaccinated. And we're now in the festive season. Let's all be very, very careful. Make sure we have COVID appropriate behavior, because we just cannot allow this thing to get ahead of us or overcome us. But thank you again. I'm amazed at how much you, Anand, have persisted on bringing this news over and over again, show after show, to all of us in India, and telling us what the correct position is. Thank you again.
No, I'm very humbled. This is just a very little bit that we could do our bit when everybody else was putting out so much of sweat and toil and putting out so much of an effort. What we are doing is just one drop in the ocean. But वो कहते हैं ना, बूंद बूंद सागर बनता है. तो चलिए हमारी ये बूंद भी कहीं काम आई. But because as we are speaking, गुप्ता जी, देखिए शो की शुरुआत की तो हमने कहा 37 लाख के करीब वैक्सीन बाँचे हैं. अब देखिए वो 34 लाख 57,000 56,000 हो गया है. तो अब पिछले 20 मिनट में ही कम से कम 2.5 लाख से ज्यादा टीके लग गए हैं.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
अब आप मुझे एक बात बताइए. आई हैव टू वाइंड अप, बट आई एम गोइंग टू टेक द सेम क्वेश्चन टू एवरीबॉडी, ऑल थ्री ऑफ यू जेंटलमैन. गुप्ता जी, आपसे शुरू करते हैं. कोई ऐसे व्यक्ति थे जिन्होंने कई मार्च अप्रैल में आपसे कहा हो, हाँ हम नहीं लगाएंगे ये टीका, और फिर वही 1-2 महीने बाद आप ही को फोन करके बोलिए दले गुप्ता जी हमारा भी लगवा दीजिए टीका?
दसियों लोग ऐसे थे सर. दसियों लोग ऐसे थे जिनको हमने कहा, और हमारे प्रोफेशन में थे, हेल्थ केयर वर्कर्स में थे, जो शुरू में डर रहे थे. और कहीं ना कहीं से हमारे आत्मा में भी एक डर था पहली डोज में लगाने में, क्योंकि इतनी ज्यादा मिथ्या प्रचार था. लेकिन हाँ, लगाने के बाद बुखार भी नहीं आया. और आज मेरे हॉस्पिटल में अबाउट 70,000 डोजेज दी गई हैं वैक्सीन की, और एक भी किसी भी व्यक्ति को साइड इफेक्ट नहीं. और चूंकि मैं एज ए रोटेरियन भी जुड़ा था, और एज ए मेडिकल एक्टिविस्ट, एज ए प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द मेडिकल एसोसिएशन, जिस समय पल्स पोलियो प्रोग्राम चल रहा था, उस समय भी हमने, जैसा अभी कहा आशुतोष जी ने, कि किस तरह से बैग लेके जाते थे, तो शायद हम भी सुबह सुबह हर जगह बैग लेके जाते थे. और हमने भी ये दिखाया था कि किस तरह से हम इस पे विजय प्राप्त करेंगे. हालांकि एक चीज तो है, खुशी होने का, ताली बजाने का और थाली बजाने का टाइम है, लेकिन अभी भी बहुत सारी चीजें सामने, कठिनाई सामने है, जो होपफुली अगले 3 महीने में हम लोग दूर करेंगे, और देश के हर एक व्यक्ति को 2 से 18 ईयर्स तक को भी, और बचे हुए लोगों का जो सेकेंड डोज जी, इनको सबको देने में सफल होंगे, इस कामना के साथ. और मैं आपके माध्यम से कहना भी चाहता हूं कि उन लोगों को जिनको अपने बच्चे हैं, वो डरे नहीं. वैक्सीनेशन कोई नई चीज नहीं है
जी. हर
बच्चा पैदा होता है और उसको वैक्सीनेट किया जाता है. शायद आपको और हमें उतने नहीं लगते हैं इस उम्र में जितने बच्चे को पैदा होने के बाद लगते हैं. उसी में से एक वैक्सीनेशन कोविड का, ये भी वैक्सीनेशन होगा, कोवैक्सीन या जो भी वैक्सीन लगेगी. तो किसी को डरना नहीं है, और कोविड से विजय प्राप्त करने का एकमात्र यही तरीका है. आपके माध्यम से मैं उन पेरेंट्स को कहना चाहता हूं कि आगे आकर जैसे सरकार इस कार्यक्रम को लेती है, एक एक व्यक्ति को एट द अर्लीस्ट, जितनी जल्दी हो सकता है, सभी सरकारें मिलकर उसको वैक्सीनेट करेंगे, और मोदी जी के इस सपने को हम सब मिलकर पूरा करें.
बिल्कुल, जो कहा, जो बहुत सही कहा आपने. डॉक्टर बघाई, लेट मी आस्क यू, एनी एनेक्डोट you'd like to share?
Just a couple of quick points, Anand, because I think figures will impact most viewers' mind. This is published data of the Delta wave in northern India, especially in Delhi. In March, April, May, we had a reinfection rate of 27% because our vaccinations at that point of time was less than 10 crores. Today, we stand at a reinfection breakthrough infection rate of 0.2%. Vaccines have proven unequivocally to be saving lives. My second message is, please, everyone, do not forget your mask. You are still liable to be an upper respiratory carrier and you may infect others, although your disease will be hugely blunted.
Yeah.
But do not forget your mask and cover your nose. And the third important point is this vaccine is extremely safe for children. It will be going to be licensed soon in India. It has shown excellent efficacy with no side effects, with no local reactions worthy to note. My message to everyone who were naysayers, please be a part of the campaign and don't try to trip the movement. This is not a vaccine which belongs to any particular person or a party. This is an Indian vaccine to save humanity and Indian and indeed global lives. If anyone doesn't actually understand that, they're not worthy even of mentioning the names. But a full compliments to everyone in the system and the local logistics suppliers, the cold chain suppliers, and especially to the Indian government. Mr. Modi broke down this marathon into small parts. Everyone laughed as to why people are clapping, why a candle is being lit, why showering petals on hospitals. This is an internal motivation for an entire nation. You are running a marathon, it's broken into small parts so that we don't lose the chain of confidence.
Right.
We have almost won the race, not just yet, so we can't put our guard down.
Very rightly said. Final word, Ashutosh ji.
So, interesting anecdotes. I know lots and lots of people who tried their best to try and figure out how to get a Pfizer vaccine in India through various channels. I heard lots of people saying, let's try and get some of the vaccines from outside, till suddenly they realized that, our Covishield, our Covaxin, and all the other vaccines in India were just as good, maybe better.
Yeah.
So I think there has been a very, very strong realization. But I do also want to add one or two small points towards the end. There is talk of a booster dose for people over 65. And now that we are reaching a milestone, it's worthwhile considering, do people over 65 need to be given a booster dose? And my last word, I am personally delighted that our vaccine diplomacy has started all over again. We have started sending vaccines out to those countries, those people who do not have the luxury we have in our country.
Right.
Thank you again.
Thank you very much. 37,000 vaccines, 37,000 doses have been administered in the last 8 minutes that we are speaking. I'm clocking it and it's 9 minutes and it's 39,000 vaccines have been administered in the last 9 minutes itself. We are talking late evening. So that means there is somewhere, someplace across our vaccination centers, they're still functioning and people are still getting the jab, which is so heartening to see. Dr. Bagai, Ashutosh ji and Dr. Gupta, thank you very much. We've got,
thank you, Anand.
Thank you very much. On the one hand, we have shot down the virus. On the other hand, the other group which needs to be shot is also being shot, ladies and gentlemen. This is the terrorists and they are being accounted for. 13 terrorists in 11 days. 2 terrorists have been killed in an encounter between the government and forces. Terrorists in the Devsar area of South Kashmir's Kulgam district. These two were responsible for the killing of 2 of the laborers who had come from Bihar. This was in the Wanpo area of Kulgam. The search operations are currently on, and Mufti Islah, even as Tejinder Sodhi joins us, Mufti Islah saying that 2 in Shopian, 2 in Kulgam have been neutralized today. 17 have been killed in the last 11 encounters. That's the speed with which this has happened. These 2 were shot dead in 15 minutes. So it's less than a week that they have lived after killing innocents. Tejinder Sodhi with us. So the count is now increasing and the body count of terrorists is increasing.
Yes, Anand, and this is the Lashkar-e-Toiba district commander Gulzar Ahmad Rishi, who was responsible for the killing of 2 migrant laborers from Bihar on 17th of this month in the Wanpo area of Kulgam. Gulzar Ahmad Rishi, along with his other terror associate, had killed 2 migrant laborers on 17th, and within just 3 days, both these terrorists, they have been gunned down. We are told by the sources that this was an intelligence-led operation, a clean operation which lasted for less than 15 minutes. Security forces, they got the information about the movement of
Right.
these terrorists, and with the special forces of the army and Jammu and Kashmir police, a search operation and a cordon operation was launched. After these terrorists, they were asked to surrender, but they started firing towards the security forces, and in the encounter, these terrorists were eliminated. An AK-47 rifle and other warlike stores have also been recovered from these two terrorists, but this is a big victory for security forces because Gulzar Ahmad Rishi is the terrorist who was responsible for killing the migrant laborers in the Banpu area of Kulgam on 17th of this month. Yes,
Sir,
Anand.
the more they try it, the more they think they can use Pakistan-sponsored bullets on Indian citizens, the shorter their lifespan. That's it. Kudos to the security forces and our entire security establishment and machinery. Go ahead and wipe them out, weed them out once and for all, and put the fear of the Indian might in their hearts. That's what we'd like to say. Tejinder, thank you for your inputs. Taking a very, very short break. Stay with us.